Hello everybody, it's Russ from Path Less Pedaled, and today we are going to get a tour of Velo-Orange. That's right, behind this very kind of nondescript door is a warehouse full of all sorts of bike nerdy goodies. So let's check out what's inside. Hello!
Hey, Russ.
How's it going? So everybody, this is Igor. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Cool. This is a pretty sweet showroom here. Can you give us a quick tour?
Sure, yeah. So this is where all of our show bikes are. So we have our new Pass Hunter. Pass Hunters are more speedy kind of offering that we've been working on.
Yeah.
So it has flat mount disc brakes. On the larger sizes, it has carbon fork compatibility, tapered head tube. And for the larger sizes, 650B by 47, and the smaller size is 26.
And over here we've got the
Polyvalent.
That's polyvalent.
Yep, this is one of our stock complete offerings.
Okay.
SRAM drivetrain, comes with fenders.
I love this lilac color. This is pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a favorite of ours. Another camper, we have our Neutrino with granola bars, Shimano drivetrain, PLA with SLX and hydraulic brakes.
Where does the name PLA come from?
It means ice axe.
You guys might have seen this bike on Instagram, not Photoshop this bag.
No, it goes all the way in.
Oh man, that
Putting
is...
a whole arm in there.
Yeah, you could stick the whole, just put the camera in there.
This one has campy components, fenders, some prototype 20-inch rims.
So what happens in this room?
This is our office, little meeting area with the fabled orange couches.
So this is where all the incubation process happens.
This is our incubator
Nice.
/ office. This is our warehouse where the real magic happens. So we have stems, seat posts, grips, handlebars, bottle cages, rims, lots of fenders.
So
actually have
Velo-Orange is mostly fenders.
We have more on the other side too. Roadrunner, X Velo-Orange.
Oh, cool.
Bags,
Yeah.
cranksets.
You put all these together and you get a bike eventually.
Yeah, something like that. Some prototyping stuff, returns, stuff like that we need to sort out. And then we go through it and we do a yard sale.
Yeah.
At the beginning of spring. Small shop where we get to test stuff out, make sure everything mounts up okay. These are Neutrinos that are going out to Blue Lug.
These
week.
boxes are so freaking cute. These are the cutest bike boxes ever.
You should see the complete bike box.
Yeah.
It's only slightly bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
We have more frames over here.
Okay.
And this is the deep prototyping area.
Deep prototyping.
Deep prototyping. Customer bikes that are getting built up, and then we have a couple more.
This
Pass
is the
Hunters.
Instagram background.
It is.
So when you think Igor's actually riding a bike, it's all in here.
And
Once
then-
again, riding in England.
No, this one's getting built up with the new Microshift Advent stuff.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty nifty.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys just started doing completes this year, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's a new offering for us. And we've been doing a lot more custom builds too for customers. Anything that your mind can come up with for a complete bike, we can more than likely oblige.
I know there's one thing that you guys also want to see, and that's maybe a quick tour of the van.
Oh, sure. Been waiting for custom plates to come in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be VO bus. This is where the magic happens. So it has a sink, which is currently housing our son's various toys. This is the water storage, some more. Just all sorts of little cubby holes.
Yeah.
Ice box in here. It keeps ice cold for an entire weekend.
Oh, wow.
It's great. And then this folds out
Oh, rad.
into a bed.
Nice.
This opens up and also turns into another bed, so you have an upstairs and a downstairs. They also make a kid's cot that basically mounts here.
Oh,
so
rad.
there's like a little sling that a kid can hang out in.
Well, thanks for the tour, man.
Oh yeah, thanks for coming.
So first off, we got to answer, kind of a really deep question lots of people want to know. Is it pronounced Velo-Orange or Velo-Orange?
I tend to tell people you can pronounce it however you like, but typically we go by Velo-Orange.
But it's okay to add the French flair on the.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Pass Hunter is new or updated this year. How is it different from the polyvalent?
So the Pass Hunter is always intended to be kind of like pushing the envelope into, being a little bit more of a modern space. Tapered head tube, flat mount disc brakes. It's not really intended to be a loaded touring bike as the polyvalent is that's kind of more where it lives into an all-rounder.
Right.
The Pass Hunter is a little bit more of a speedy, you know, sort of all day.
How about the Neutrino? You know, for people that haven't had the chance to ride it, like how would you describe the ride quality of that bike?
It rides like a normal bike.
Yep.
That's really the big benefit of it. We really wanted to make a bike that was suitable for traveling. And so we were thinking about different folding techniques and doing, you know, borrowing from full suspension bikes with a removable triangle. And we're just like, why don't we just make a smaller bike?
Right.
And so a mini Velo platform is perfect.
So how big of a tire can you get in there or that they make?
We've had some people put 2.4 knobbies on it.
Oh, dang.
Which is tight,
Yeah.
but it's doable. It's based around 2.3s.
Okay.
With room for fenders.
How long does it take from concept to actually having a bike for sale? Like, what's that process look like?
It's usually about a year and a half, sometimes 2 years, depending on how complex it is, how many iterations of prototypes we need to go through. It starts from the drawing board, and you know, just having details about what we want the ride quality to be, what we want, you know, what kind of functionality we want out of it, and then we kind of just, you know, go through iterations of drawings.
Do you have a weird idea of a personal bike that you'd love to see come to fruition, but for whatever reasons, you know, you don't think the market might support, or?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, we were thinking about that for the Neutrino. We're like, this is what we want, but I don't know if people are really going to be stoked on it.
But people are stoked on it.
Yeah, the stoke is real.
I've always wondered, like, you know, when you guys design bikes or other like smaller brands, like how much of it do you have to temper for how you anticipate the market to receive it? You know?
Well, I mean, we have kind of the luxury that we can make what we want.
Yeah.
And, you know, it wouldn't make sense for us to just make something, you know, the iteration of something else that somebody else does. I mean, that's not any fun.
Right.
So we get to kind of branch out and do, you know, make the kind of bikes that we want.
Is there any part or accessory that kind of surprised you and how well it performed?
I would say probably the clunker bar. You know, they're kind of on the heavier side. I mean, they're chromoly steel. It has definitely a retro flair to it, but people love it.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been actually seeing them more and more on commuter style bikes than I have on actual clunkers.
So one of the topics that we talk a lot about on the channel is you know, the gravel bike, and some people really love the idea, some people really hate it for some reason. I don't know why. Where do you fall on it?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole concept of a gravel bike is something that, you know, you can use off-road as well as on-road. It has a lot of versatility and tire clearances, and you know, more and more people are riding, you know, choosing to ride not on the road, which I don't blame them.
Right.
So, you know, it creates a more versatile platform. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
And as long as more, you know, if people feel comfortable riding their bike on, you know, whatever surfaces they want, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think like the time of the all-rounder kind of bicycle is here.
Oh, for sure.
It seems as if, like, you know, prior to last couple of years, you know, the bike industry did performance really well, and then they did, you know, kind of the clunky commuter really well. But now we're seeing, possibly because of the gravel bike, like there's this nice middle ground where you got a snappy ride but can still carry things.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that's a great direction that a lot of companies are headed.
Well, I'm really looking forward to hopping on the Neutrino later today, so be sure to stick around for that video. We'll see you again at the Philly Bike Expo. And thanks for joining us. Thanks for giving us a tour. If you guys like this content, like, share, subscribe, and as always, keep the supple side down.